YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. And today we are reacting to Geoff Castellucci's low bass cover of Grinning Ghosts from the Haunted Mansion in Disney World and Disneyland. In inspiration, I am wearing my Haunted Mansion shirt. That actually is my husband's shirt, but I wear it so much because I love Haunted Mansion. So he lets me wear it. And of course, Geoff Castellucci is one of the best low bass singers, and I cannot wait to hear this. I have reacted to when Voice Play did it as a group, so now Geoff is going to get his own spotlight, and I am so excited. So let's get right into it. Begin.
When hinges creak in doorless chambers, and strange and frightening sounds echo through the halls. Whenever candlelights flicker, where the air is deathly still, that is the time when ghosts are present, practicing their terror with ghoulish delight. There's no turning back now.
My goosebumps
When the
are
crypt doors creak and the tombstones quake,
spooks come out for a swing and wake.
happy haunts materialize
And begin to vocalize.
Grinning ghosts come out to socialize. Now don't close your eyes and don't try to hide.
Or a silly spook may sit by your side.
Shrouded in a daft disguise,
They pretend to terrorize.
Grinning ghosts come out to socialize.
Grinning ghosts come out.
the constant tash away.
Ghosts come out to
As
socialize.
the moon climbs high over the dead oak tree,
Spooks arrive for the midnight spree.
creepy creeps with eerie eyes.
Start to shriek and harmonize.
Grinning ghosts come out to socialize.
To socialize.
Oh, when you hear the knell of a requiem bell,
Ripples gleam where spirits dwell.
restless bones etherealize.
Rise of spooks of every size.
Grinning ghosts
Jesus.
come out to socialize.
Whoa, Geoff.
Grinning ghosts come out. Grinning ghosts come out to
When the
socialize.
crypt doors creak and the tombstones quake, spooks come for a swing and wake.
Happy haunts materialize and begin to vocalize. Grinning ghosts come out to socialize.
Grinning ghosts come out to socialize.
To Tragedy, there's a simple rule that's compulsory. Mortals pay a token fee. Rest in peace, the haunting's free. So hurry back, we would like your company.
Hurry back, hurry back. Don't forget to bring your death certificate.
So cute. So that was Jeff Castellucci's cover of Grim Grinning Ghosts from the Haunted Mansion. First off, perfect Summerween video and a great tribute to Halloween. This was originally premiered October 10th of 2025, so the month of Halloween. I'm only just seeing it now, but that was amazing. Holy smokes, Disney, for like 1 month, can you spare Jeff Castellucci and have him be a part of Haunted Mansion? Because that was epic. I loved it. And the bus guys, like the singing busts, is Jeff, Geoff, Elmer, Geoff, and Geoff. I guess those are his alter egos. Which you all know is Jeff singing. And I loved how his setup is just like the main ballroom when you get into the Haunted Mansion. That's what you are observing in the Doom Buggy. And this set, the lighting reminds me a lot of Jack Slammett, as well as when they did Hide and Seek. I love the lady, I'm not sure if that's Jeff's wife, who played Constance Hatchaway or the bride. And especially when it comes to the Grinning Ghost busts, I love how one looks like it got beheaded and still singing. That was epic. And then Jeff just at his piano, acting both as the host and, you know, one of the 99 happy haunts here. And I love his singing. He did a really good job of, when he was in his lows, the background vocals, the singing busts were singing alongside him at a slightly higher tune. I think that was very interesting. Jeff definitely captured the whole ambiance vibe that is the Haunted Mansion when you're going through it. And there's guest appearances from his fellow voice play cast, Caesar, Lane, and Ellie. I love how he made them the three traveling ghosts, which are, excuse me, these guys, the three that are supposed to follow you home. And I also love how at the end he has the whole hurry back, which is originally Madame Leona's line, but I love how Jeff did it. And overall, the song is very, very spookable. I did jump a few times. Nice nod to Haunted Mansion, Jeff, there, by adding all those little jump scares. But still spookable, but enjoyable for families to watch. And love the background, that kind of overall kind of bluish, deathly mist that you see throughout the ride as well as being outside. And I love how not everything is lit up. If you look closely, Jeff is not fully lit up at all times. There's kind of like he's a shadow. Like in the wide shot when it's him with the grim ghosts, I'm gonna call them. They're lit up, but Jeff is kind of off to the side, very much like a shadowy cast. Similar to how he was when he played Jack Skeleton in Jack Slammett. So it's like your eyes focus on him, obviously singing, but the eyes are diverting between him and the Grim Grinning Ghosts, which is a very interesting detail. But I like how when it's the Grim Grinning Ghost and him in one shot, there is more of a light up with the Grim Grinning Ghosts. And if you notice throughout the entire song, Geoff is not fully highlighted. He always kind of has like that dark cast. Which to me, if the host or the voiceover that does the voiceover for Haunted Mansion, if he would appear, he would probably be the same way. Where I get the impression he's dead, but he's not as dead as the Grim Grinning Ghosts. Because you got to remember, everybody at the Haunted Mansion is dead. So the fact that he doesn't fully highlight himself, even when it's just him at the piano with nothing in the background except for little what looks like lights above the pillars, I think is a very interesting take between the light of the Grim Grinning Ghost and the darkness that is Geoff. So the light of the Haunted Mansion, but also the darkness that lies beneath. Also, when his fellow cast members are ghosts, they have that kind of greenish, bluish glow to them, but they are just as lit up as the Grim Grinning Ghosts, which is, again, more lit up than Geoff is. And in addition to the blue, there's a little like green background on the wall that is behind the Grim Grinning Ghosts, which I think is definitely feels like, oh, your death, the air, the air. But the green behind them reminds you that they are statues on the ground. My personal interpretation. And overall, it was a absolutely great video. I love the faces on all of these Grim Grinning Ghosts. And I like how they each individually have their own expressions. It's not one expression throughout the five of them. And I noticed the one second from the right is very plain, as if he was without anything. Because if you notice the other three, possibly four, the lighting on the one that was looks decapitated, I can't see if he's wearing anything, but the other three have suits, as if they died of natural causes versus possible. Um, but a very interesting detail indeed. And I like how the details are not an exact replica of the original Grim Grinning Ghost that you would find on the ride, as well as when VoicePlay did it before. Yes, you could say, well, they only have so many looks that they can give the Grim Grinning Ghosts because that's either copyright or that's how they're intended to look. But I like how in this they have the cast of that blue light underneath their necks versus when VoicePlay did it the first time, they were white without any casts. Um, and they look like a hollow projection, which is a very, very nice touch. To the kind of all the ghosts being hollow projected, especially in the ballroom scene, which Geoff does tie back to when it looks like him and his wife are dancing, that part in the ride where again you're observing them and they're just dancing away, having a good time. Overall, a great video. I still shiver at Geoff's lows. And he managed to keep me on my toes and actually scared me a couple times in this video, which is great, great artistry. Um, Guess I don't move like woo at all his lows. I guess I've become immune to it in some sort. But I just love everything. In some shots, he reminded me of the only human, which is the graveyard kind of keeper guy. Because there is the lantern next to the box, which is very, very darkly lit. So, long story short, everything on Jeff's side is more darker lit, and everything on the left with the Grim Grin Ghosts are more highlighted, which I think is a great tie to Haunted Mansion, the lively, the brightness of it. And then Jeff's side is the darkness underneath. That is the ghosts that are haunting this mansion. And supposedly, the haunted mansion actually is haunted by actual ghosts. Um, I know someone did I don't want to say a conspiracy theory on that, on whether or not the haunted mansion is indeed haunted, not just the ghosts that haunt the mansion. But Geoff, great atmosphere, great tie, great nod to a very great song, very addicting song, because now I'm singing it in my head over and over. And overall, a great tie to Halloween and the Haunted Mansion itself. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And have a great day, everyone. Also, I forgot to mention when Geoff is doing the it feels like you're walking through the mansion and the ghost is kind of trolling you, and that overall, okay, someone is watching me and someone is trying to lead me somewhere. And then Lane's talent of playing the violin, I'm not sure if he ever did in the music video. It looks like for a second that they had him play, which he is a very good violin player. But just like little touches like that, and then I forgot Caesar going like "oh," like Frankenstein's monster, which is making me laugh. But overall, the little tweaks giving the traveling ghosts, especially, their own personality more than what we see them in the ride, and overall, just making it a very enjoyable family experience.